Anxiety and stress are not always accompanied by restlessness, worry, and a feeling of worry. Sometimes, there are signs and symptoms. When you hear these signs, you may be surprised. After watching this video, you may realize that you have been anxious all your life and didn't know it. Of course, it is important to note that an anxious person has an anxious mind and thoughts and sees the world differently than a healthy person. In this video, I will examine 10 different situations from the perspectives of anxious people and healthy people. Don't miss the video, and I suggest you watch it until the end. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Situation 1. Waking up in the morning. An anxious mind wakes up with a worried face and mumbles, for example, saying, "Well, what time is it? Isn't it late? I'm definitely going to mess up today." But a healthy person wakes up with a calm smile and tells himself that a new day has begun. He takes a deep breath and starts. Situation 2. Going to work or school. The anxious person says to himself, "Why are all the people looking at me? Don't I look funny, or do I sound weird?" But a healthy person puts on some good music and walks slowly, saying to himself, "It's another good day as usual." Situation 3. A meeting or a project presentation. The anxious person, whose hands are usually shaking, says, "What if I make a mistake? What if everyone finds out how anxious I am? What will happen?" But a healthy person calmly says to himself, "I practiced well and that's normal. If I'm stressed, I'm prepared and I'll handle it well." Situation 4. Making a mistake. The anxious person says to himself, "This is a disaster. I always mess up and I'm incompetent." But a healthy person says to himself, "Okay, I made a mistake. The important thing is to learn not to be afraid and keep going." Situation 5. When a friend doesn't respond. An anxious person thinks to himself, herself that she must be upset with me. What if she doesn't want to be with me anymore? But a healthy person thinks to himself, herself that maybe she is just busy, but she will definitely answer later. Situation 6. The phone is unanswered. An anxious person thinks to himself, herself that something bad has happened. Why isn't she answering? But a healthy person thinks to himself, herself that maybe she is driving or sleeping. She will definitely call later. Situation 7. Invitation to a party. Anxious. What should I wear? How should I behave so that I don't look strange? It's better to be gentle. Healthy. A party with your friends. It's going to be fun. Situation 8. Bad news in the media. Anxious. The world is ending. I can't do anything about it. Healthy. It's hard, but I can influence the environment around me. Situation 9. Criticism from others. Anxious. See, even he said I'm not good. I'm really worthless. Salem. It was a criticism. It may or may not be right, but my definition doesn't change with one sentence. Situation 10. Moments before sleep. Anxious. Today was awful. Tomorrow is going to be even worse. Salem. Today is over. Tomorrow is a new chance. Summary: the anxious mind sees everything as a threat, even when there really is no danger. But the good news is that with awareness, practice, and sometimes help from a counselor, this perspective can be changed.